to me, to his community. We thank you for a life of service. We pray that you would bless him. Lord, I pray that our time together would be a blessing to you and to our community. And together, everybody said, amen.
Thank you, Josh. In the tradition of our troop, we would like to recognize all Eagle Scouts in attendance today. Please stand to be recognized. Please be seated. Zach has been a scout in Troop 200 and was led by 3 Scout Masters, Mr. Paul Layton, Mr. Bill Raffier, and Mr. Peter Miller, along with present and past Assistant Scout Masters. Please stand and be recognized. Numerous committee members, merit badge counselors, and volunteers have also led Zach along the way. Please stand to be recognized. Troop 200 would like to thank you for your support of these scouts and all the other scouts. Our troop is successful because of the time and effort so many adults put into making a positive difference in the lives of these young men. Now, by the power vested in me by the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Zachary Thomas Layton. Will Eagle candidate Zach Layton please come forward, escorted by Eagle Scouts Andrew Layton and Troy Layton.
I am the voice of the eagle. I speak for the eagles whose summit you have struggled so hard to reach. We remember well when you first came to the base of our mountain and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Pause for a moment and look back over the trail you have climbed. Look back at the adventures you have encountered on your ascent. These experiences are a valuable teacher if you but heed them. We remember when you took your first steps on the Boy Scout trail. With your first step, you began to start living the Scout oath and law. You began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. Your brother Scouts then called you a tenderfoot, and they were right, for you were indeed a tenderfoot, but not for long. For as you climbed, you soon reached a turning in the trail, and you were greeted by a large group of friendly second-class Scouts. Some, like yourself, were stopping to catch their breath before continuing along the trail. But you studied more, you worked harder, you continued your climb, and soon came to another turning, the place where first-class Scouts dwell. There you found a green, flowered meadow, close by a crystal-clear stream, sparkling in sunshine. Many other Scouts rested beside the murmuring waters. You were tempted to remain. But your ambition spurred you, and you continued your upward venture. We next remember your progress when you turned the trail to become a Star Scout. You found the trail from first class had been an optical illusion, not so difficult as it had first seemed. This inspired you to push onward, to climb higher. But now the trail was steeper and less traveled. Fewer Scouts seemed headed in your direction. You looked back and saw crowds below you. You looked up and saw very few above, yet with the same determination as you started your climb, now enhanced by experience and firm resolve, you continued to push up the trail. Soon you turned another corner on the trail, and the heart-shaped badge of the Life Scout was placed on your uniform. You will always recall the thoughts in your heart at this moment. It has been experienced by all Scouts reaching the ledge of life. Now I am close to Eagle. I will carry on. But the trail now grows tougher and fainter. Many seem to falter along the way. The original simple principles of the Scout Oath and Law take on a fuller meaning as your understanding grows greater. We have watched your character unfold and become manlier, We have watched your leadership ability expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. Yes, we have watched all these things in you. And now that you are standing at the summit of the trail in the glory of sunshine and wind and cloud at the threshold of your goal, we applaud you and welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner.
To help put this achievement in perspective, will Mrs. Zhang please come forward to provide an explanation of the Eagle Badge and to outline its requirements.
The awarding of the Eagle Badge is an important and serious occasion, the climax and goal on which the Scout works many years, an occasion for pride and joy, and a time for serious contemplation. It is the culmination of Zach's efforts. The Eagle Award is the highest and most coveted rank in Scouting, the last major step in the advancement program. The requirements for the Eagle rank are as follows. Earn 21 merit badges, including 12 that are required. Serve actively in a troop leadership position for a period of 6 months after becoming a Life Scout. Plan, develop, and carry out a service project worthy of an Eagle Scout. Appear before a board of prominent persons and satisfy them that you have done your best to understand and live up to the Scout oath and law, and in all ways qualify for the Eagle Scout Award. Of any 100 boys who become Scouts, 30 will drop out in their first year. Perhaps this may be regarded as a failure, but later in life, all of these will remember that they had been in Scouting and will speak well of the program. Each of the 100 will learn something from Scouting, and all will develop hobbies that will add interest throughout the rest of their lives. Approximately 1/2 will serve in the military, and in varying degrees profit from their Scout training. At least one will use it to save another person's life, and many may credit it for saving their own. Only 4 of the 100 will reach Eagle rank, but it's interesting to know that of the leaders of this nation in business, religion, and politics, 3 out of 4 were Scouts. A few notable Eagle Scouts include David Montgomery, Chicago Bears running back, actor Zach Galifianakis, Baltimore Ravens tight end Dennis Pitta, along with many other notable leaders of business and government. Today, we honor one of these 4 Scouts in 100, and I'm proud to recognize you.
Adult leaders have carefully examined Zach's qualification for the Eagle Scout Award. Let me take a few minutes to describe that examination. Zach has demonstrated proficiency in the various crafts and skills prescribed for the Eagle rank. The records for merit badges he has earned have been certified by the counselors appointed. He has earned the 13 required badges plus 8 elective badges for a total of 21 badges. Zach's elective badges reflect his interest in shooting, sports, and outdoor recreation. Zach began scouting here at St. Michael's with Pack 207 in 1st grade. But even before that, he was camping and participating in pack activities as a scout buddy with his older brother Matthew. Zach was a Cub Scout for 5 years. He slept on the aircraft carrier Yorktown and camped at the Central Florida Zoo in Camp Lenoche. He marched in many Edgewater homecoming parades and raced in numerous Pinewood derbies. He earned the Cub Scouts' highest honor, the Arrow of Light. As a Boy Scout, Zach camped in many places around Florida and canoed on many of its waterways. He went to summer camp twice at Camp Woodruff in Georgia. His favorite activities at camp were rifle shooting and rafting down the white waters of the Ocoee River. For Zach's Eagle Scout project, he chose to help out Monarch Learning Academy, which is located at Church on the Drive here in College Park, and where he attended 5th grade, where his mom is a teacher. Zach's project involved installing a large shade cloth over the preschool playground located on the courtyard of the church. He also constructed a cedar climbing structure and mud kitchen for the preschool. Zach raised money for the project by sending letters to friends and family. He then organized his fellow scouts to make these improvements. Zach served in leadership positions in Troop 200 as patrol leader and assistant senior patrol leader. And now, the presentation of the Eagle Award. Will Eagle Scout applicant Zach Layton please escort his parents to the front? We now proclaim to the entire world your accomplishments. The symbol of your success is the Eagle badge and neckerchief. I will present this award to your parents. Zach, in recognition of the many hours and patient guidance given by your mother for your efforts, will you pin the Eagle's mother pin over your mother's heart? And also in recognition of the wisdom and guidance given to you by your father, will you present him the Eagle Dad pin, which he will wear in your honor? Eagle Scout candidate Zachary Layton, please escort your parents back to their seats and return to the front. Zach would now like to present mentor pins to the people who guided and helped him since he entered Troop 200 in the 5th grade. Zach, you may present the pins.
I'm giving my mentor pin to my dad because really I would have never even gotten started in Scouts without my dad, and I would have never made it here without him. And you know, he helped me so much during my project with, you know, just putting everything together and getting the ideas for how we were going to do it, and I couldn't have done it without him. And yeah, he was definitely my mentor for this project and Scouts in general. All right, and the second mentor pin is Miss Zhang. Miss Zink was my stability in the troop. Every time I'd come to a meeting, she'd be there, happy to see me, making sure that I was getting to work on my project and that I was going to get it done, and we got it done.
I had someone else nudging me.
Yeah. But I couldn't have done this without you, Miss Zink. You helped me so much during my project and all through Scouts. I appreciate you very much.
Will Mr. Troy Layton, Troop 200 Eagle Scout, brother of former Scoutmaster Paul Layton and uncle to Zach, please come forward to administer the Eagle Scout Challenge?
The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a Scout is trustworthy, is the first point of the Scout law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably not only because honor is important to him, but also because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live in honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts make him pitch in and carry the heavy load. All of these help build the loyalty that means devotion to community, country, and one's ideals, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is courageous. Courage always has been a quality that which men measure themselves and others. To a Scout, bravery means not only courage to face physical danger, but also the determination to stand up for what's right, trusting in God. With faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind a Scout to always wear a smile. The red and white blue of the ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second class award, which ends up turning up in a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is a helping hand to those who still toil up the Scouting's trail, just as others helped for you to climb to Eagle. The performance of a daily good turn takes on a new meaning when enters adult of life of continuing service to others. The Eagle stands a protector of the weak and helpless. It aids in the comforts and unfortunate and oppressed. He holds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared and put forth his best. You deserve much credit for having achieved the Scouting's highest award, but wear your award with humility, ever mindful the Eagle Scout is looked up upon as an example. May the oath and the Scout law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. Congratulations.
Now I would like to call Mr. Andrew Layton, Eagle Scout from Troop 200 and Zach's older brother, to come forward and administer the Eagle Scout charge to our newest Eagle Scout. I also ask all of the Eagle Scouts in attendance to please join Andrew in the front of the church to administer the charge.
Zach, I now have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout charge. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most meaningful and significant movements in world history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are marked men. As Eagle Scouts, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great and profound undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and your brother Scouts. America has many good things to offer you and your children, but these good things depend primarily on the character of her citizens. You are here to help her in all that she needs most. She has a great past, and you are here to make her future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader and lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow men. Live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. We have too many who use their strength and their brains to gain unearned selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to building America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, citizenship, reverence for God, and whatever others may do, that you will leave behind a record of which every Scout may be proud.
Eagle Scouts, please be seated. Thank you. We have heard a lot today about Zach and what it takes to be an Eagle Scout. Now it is time to hear from our newest Eagle Scout, Zachary Layton.
I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. Finally, and got it in just under the wire. But hey, I'm the last one. For those of you who don't know, my dad and uncle are both Eagle Scouts as well as my other brothers. So we have now made my grandmother an ace, and she now has 5 Eagle Scouts. Scouting has been a great thing for my life. I've learned countless things that I'll take through my entire life and use in the real world and when I go out and to get a job. And it's really prepared me for life more than I know. And I find myself doing a lot of things that I don't really know how to do them. And then, I think back in Scouts. But yeah, Scouts has been great for me, and it's a great program, and I've enjoyed my time here. So I'd like to thank all of y'all for your donations to my project, for all your support throughout the years. I couldn't have done it without all of you, and we did it, so we're here.
Thank you, Zach. This is a part of the program where I'd like to open it up to anyone who wants to share comments or memories of Zach. We ask the Scouts to remember that this is not a camp out and there are women and children in attendance.
My name is Marvin Hardy, and I got to say some nice things about the Layton family. I bought a home in College Park in 1974, about 48 years ago. And one of the best things about that home, it was just about a biscuit's throw from the home of Ruth Layton and Bill Layton. And next door, Paul and his wife, Betty Layton, and just a short distance from 1225 Guernsey Street, Paul Layton's family. And the Layton family has greatly enriched our lives, greatly enriched the lives of the neighbors. And I had a grandson that had the privilege of joining this troop, and it was a great thing for Will Hardy to be in this troop with all of the Laytons. And I had one of the great things about troop, they allowed this old grandpappy to go on camping trips. And some of the best experiences of my life have been going out with this troop. And they had the greatest outdoor chef in the history of the world named Paul Layton. And one of my memories, we had a big adventure to 2007. Went to Washington, D.C., Antietam Battlefield, and to the beautiful mountains of Virginia, and a place called Matthew Arms, driving rain. Chef Layton cooked one of the best meals of my life, including banana pudding. How does he do that out in this? And I remember one of the first camping trips I went on with this troop. Scoutmaster Bill Raffier was disappointed with the older scouts. I thought he gave them a severe penalty. He said, you men will not be able to eat Paul Layton's food tonight. And I thought to myself, that would cause me to amend my ways. But I'm thankful for the Layton family, and it's a great family. And I'm thankful that for this troop, and it's enriched the lives of my grandson, my son, who went along on the trips, and it's greatly enriched my life. So I salute you on being an Eagle, and best wishes for ongoing success.
All right, my name's Eric Olson. I am an assistant scoutmaster in Troop 200. I am the scoutmaster of Troop 200G, the girl troop, and I am an Eagle Scout in Troop 200 as well. I am so proud of you to finish up the Layton fivesome, I guess. What are you, a quintet, I guess. So I was active in the troop back with both Mr. Laytons, your uncle and your father, and I cannot say how proud I am of you to finish up the third one, but I also want to give a shout out to the older Laytons and for the legacy that you left with the troop. I mean, we started back up when my son Eric was a Tiger in first grade in Cub Scouts, and Paul was a Scoutmaster, and you were so gracious and let us use a trailer as Cubs, and that really grew that program. We had 73 Cubs before COVID and plummeted, and it is back. It is back again this year, and we have a great relationship with the troop. And I think next year this year was a little small, but I think next year we may have a class of 20-something Aerovlights coming over, along with about 6 or 8 girls, which we really need for our girl troop. So I thank you for the legacy, but congratulations and welcome to the family.
I'm the Johnny come lately in all of this, and I want to talk about it. I work my buns off. The main thing I want to talk about is we went camping one time. We up in Ocala National Forest. There's a gun range up there, and we went up there, and it was time for breakfast. Where were you? He was nowhere to be found. And I said, we got all but one here. Where is he? Paul pointed, his tent's up that way. So I went up that way and shook the tent, nothing but, and then I hollered, Zach, it's time to get up. Breakfast's ready. And I went on like this for about 10 minutes. I'm not used to that. When I tell somebody to do something, they usually do it. Of course, I have some very unique methods to encourage compliance. And so I just reached down there and unzipped his tent. I said, if you ain't out of that tent in 5 seconds, I'm coming in and getting in bed with you. just unbelievable. I am sure that that was the last little urge that he needed to finish up this whole thing. And so I take a lot of credit for him being an Eagle Scout today, because he was not going to stay in that tent. Not with me. I do have to say I appreciate one thing that he did. Every camp out we went to, we did thorns and roses. And I'm really, y'all think I'm a nice guy. I'm not a nice person. Right? Right? See, these are three of the current ones, and that's an old has-been. But the night before we left, we did thorns and roses. And for the first time in my scouting history, I was named a rose by Zachary. And that's not something that he handed out too often. So I felt real good about that. Didn't make any difference how I felt about him. You know, and I will have to mention his daddy, because even in, y'all don't know what Scout Book is, but that's our record book on the computer now. My name is not in there. There's somebody named Granddad. And people don't even know what my name is. I had to get me a little pen. You know, I started to get another one that says, not Granddad, but David. But you've been a big help to me, really. You've been a big help to my grandson, almost. August, September, hopefully, okay? And I appreciate him being in the Scouts. I know he had a lot of other things on his mind. Every football game I saw, most of them, he chased every girl in the stands. and caught most of them. So I'm glad you made it, Bubba.
My name's Bill Harmoning, and Zach, proud of you. I kind of have a story that I remember. Zach and my youngest son, Asa, who's actually at work right now, that's why he's not here. I think it was one of the first campouts actually with the Boy Scouts. And I remember my two older boys were there. He's the oldest, the middle one's still in college. So I actually had three there. And I remember one morning when, I don't know, the boys were supposed to be off doing something, and I couldn't find Asa. And then I found Asa, and I found Asa and Zach. So I go over to Paul, who's in the kitchen area, of course. I said, Paul, my youngest and your youngest, they're not running around with everybody else. They're sitting in the tent. This is a camp out. What are we going to do? He said, Bill, leave them alone. So that's what I did. But Zach, congratulations. I know it's been a long haul, and but you deserve it. And Mr. Layton, I got something to say to you. Okay, you and I. I'm proud to be in the same club with you. We have three sons, and they all three got to be Eagles. And if some of y'all don't know, that's not an easy accomplishment, both for the boys and the parents, but particularly for the scout leader, which is Paul. And Paul, Mary and I are so grateful to you for the mentoring of our kids. When Paul got the badge, the mentor badge, I would really be curious to know how many of those he has. Because I don't know that I've been to too many of these events when the Scouts didn't name Paul as their mentor. So I would, if I had to guess, I would say Paul probably holds more mentor badges than anybody probably in the state. Everybody think so? Anyway, Zach, you've made your dad very proud, and congratulations.
All right, so I'm going to take the opportunity here and just reflect a little bit. Zach, you're not so little anymore. You're not so annoying, thankfully. But when you crossed over into the troop, I was on my way out. So unfortunately, we didn't go on too many campouts together, and when we did, I did everything possible to keep you away, because you were an annoying little brother, and I thought I was hot stuff, being 16 or however old I was. But I'm thankful for the moments that we did have, especially when we were really young. The Pinewood Derbies that we did together were exceptional, and I was looking at pictures the other day, and I saw those, and I was just like, that's cool, to say we did that. And now here we're going to live together in the next few months. So congratulations. Welcome to the Eagle Scout ranks. I know it's a relief to have Dad off your back. Because I know the feeling. I got it when I was 16, and I thought it was bad, so I can't imagine you getting it when you were 17 and 360 days, or however old you were. But congratulations, and thank you for all the memories.
Well, I feel like a fish out of water here because I'm here without my uniform on, but I'm here as Dad, and I just want to thank everybody for all the help that you've had over the years, because I can't do this by myself. I got mender pens, but then I need family members to help and other people to help, and I just appreciate everybody in the room that's helped do that along the way. For your information, Bill, I probably got over 20 mender pens. I have a lot of them, and I've worked hard. My mom started my brother and I off. I was in the 3rd grade. And I don't really remember going to the Lake Silver lunchroom, to start off in scouting, but she started us off, and she was my den mother, and she was Troy's den mother, and my dad was all part of the troop. He was the treasurer and everything, so we had a lot of fun. We went on many campouts, just like you did, and it's I hate to say this is the final chapter of my book, but if you guys have grandkids, I'll be there to help. I'll be there to help you, It's, I've lost a lot of my hair, Andrew, he was right to the wire on his, just like you, Zachary, But Matthew was, he was right to the wire, and you were, Matthew, he got his a little bit early, so I just, there's a lot of people in here that help, and I got one thing I want to say about Dr. Zhang. He was, Zachary was scraping the bark off of his logs, to do his Eagle project for the school. And all of a sudden he comes running inside, Dad, my hand. So the blood's running out. So right off the bat, we're calling Joan. Hey, is Dr. Zink still in the office? Can we come over? Oh yeah, bring him right over. And Dr. Zink brought him right in, and he cleaned it up, and it wasn't too bad, but it was bleeding pretty good, and we fixed it up, and then he always checked on him and everything. So thanks, Bill, for everything you've done with that, And like I said, I need help along the way, so his lacrosse coach is here, Coach Smith. It's helped Zachary for 2 years playing lacrosse, and when I went to, was it 3 years? When I first went to a lacrosse game, I had no idea, is there any rules in this game? Or they just hit each other or whatever. But Zachary loved it, he loved it, and thank you, Coach Smith, And for everybody else that might have helped, there's Bruce Blackton back there. Bruce came to me one time, remember when we did the thing at Lake Adair? He says, I want to help everybody, I want to help the troop. I want the troop to do a project around the lake to update the little signs that say about the birds and everything, So Bruce stepped up, he funded that. We got all that worked out, and that was part of, we all teamed up and we got that project done. Thank you, Bruce, All right? All right. And then our senior pastor back there, Josh, he's been with us, ever since he came to the church, as a youth. He started out as the youth intern, right, Josh? Youth intern. He started there, and he's been with us ever since. And we thank you, Josh. All right. All right. And you got a few of your friends. You got a few of your friends back there, Leo and Liam and Will and Drake, All right, and Sophia. Here's Sophia over here, his girlfriend. All right? Okay. All right, so we have refreshments in the back in Quigley Hall, and just give us a few minutes and we'll get those all brought out and everything. Also, there's a little star from Aunt Betty. Aunt Betty, where'd they come from, Betty? Okay, it's from the Masons. And you're welcome. They're in a little plastic bag. They're a star from a flag. Aunt Betty's a civics teacher, so she does that with the flag. So there's, Yeah, there's a little blue plastic bag and a star in it, so you're welcome to take one. They're in a little basket. All right? All right, Mr. MC.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank everyone for attending. And like Dad said, there are refreshments going to be in Quigley Hall immediately following. Zach, one more time, congratulations. You're finally here, and embrace it, because you grow up fast. I'd now like to ask Josh Plant to return to the front and give us our benediction.
Well, I'm Zach's pastor. You may not know that I'm also his neighbor. He lives right across the street from me. And we talked a lot about honor today, and I know that you are a good man of honor, and I also know that for that reason, you're going to cut my yard for free. That's a pretty honorable thing. We'll pray about it, right? Okay. Hey, I'm proud of you, glad to know you. We spend a lot of time together, he and I, at my house, at Laird's house, sometimes over at your house while dogs are barking at me, things like that. Proud of who you're becoming, proud of where you're headed, proud of you. Let's pray together. Lord, thank you. Thank you for the Scouts and the lessons they teach. Thank you for the men and women who are involved and those who help build young men and young women as they grow. I pray for Zach, and we thank you for his life. I just pray that you would bless him as he honors you and as he honors other people, as he serves his community. Lord, help the lessons that he's learned in Scouts continue to linger with him throughout his life so that he can help mold the next generation. Thank you for this time we have together. Together, everyone said, amen.
Thank you, Josh. This Eagle Court of Honor for Zachary Thomas Layton stands adjourned.